Simplest radical form is something that you should have learned how to do in algebra. So for example, let's say you get the square root of 72. Now, what you want to do is first thing, write perfect squares on your paper. So 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4. Instead of saying 4 times 4, I could have said 4 squared, 5 squared, 25, 6 squared, 7 squared, 8 squared. I always go up to 10 squared. 8 squared, 9 squared, 10 squared. Okay. Now, what you do is you find the largest perfect square that divides into 72 evenly. Don't jump around and say, hey, I know 9 goes into it. Yeah, but 9 might not be the largest perfect square. So, how I always teach it is I find the number in the list. Well, 72 would be between 64 and 81. And you work your way up the list until the largest perfect square divides into it evenly. So, we would try 64. 64 does not go into 72. 49 does not go into 72, but 36 does. So I would branch it off. 36 times 2 is 72. Always write the perfect square first because you can reduce that further. The square root of 36 is 6. Radical 2 is a long decimal, so we just leave it as radical 2. Let's try the square root of 48. Okay, so I want to branch it off, the first number being a perfect square. Well, this time 72, why am I talking about 72? 48 would be between 36 and 49. So work up your list. 36 does not go into 48 evenly. 25 does not divide into it either. If you're not sure, just use a calculator. 48 divided by 25, it's a decimal. 48 divided by 16 works though. So 16 is the perfect square right at first. 16 times 3. If you write the perfect square first, then that's always going to be the number you can reduce further. The square root of 16 is 4, and I leave the radical 3. And one more to show you if you have a coefficient on the outside. So let's say we have negative 5 radical, I don't know, let's do 32. If you have a coefficient, just leave it till the end of the problem. So 32 is the one that we want to do. Again, don't jump around. Don't do the first number that you know goes into it because it might not be the largest. And if you don't choose the largest, you're not going to be simplifying it all the way. 32 would be between 25 and 36. Work up your list. 25 does not divide into 32 evenly, but 16 does. So 16 is the largest. 16 times 2 gives us 32. Now, between this negative 5 and the radical is multiplication. Square root of 16, just like we did in the other problems, you take the square root of the perfect square. The square root of 16 is 4. I leave the radical 2. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. And I leave radical 2. And there's your answer.